Hey guys, what's up? It's KoninjaX back again with another video, and today we are going over every single character's archetypes, and then I'm gonna go over a little bit of how I play them or how I see them, right? This may kind of be used as a tutorial or character overview for every single character, but I'm not going to go in depth. If you guys like how this is going, I may make a more in-depth video talking about all the archetypes in this game and how they kind of function. I don't know, but yeah, let's get into it. First off, starting with Tamaki. So Tamaki is a combo character. I think he's a not a good combo character, but he is a combo character nonetheless. He relies heavily on walls, and that's why I don't think he's a good combo character. Because combo characters should not need to have very, very, very specific types of things to get their combos going. Like, for example, you could be a good combo character and you can need the corner, but there's a thing with Oj2 is that not every map has walls, but every map has a corner. So, say for example, there was a good character in this game who had really good combos in the corner, not anywhere else. So kind of like Mirio, but you know, he needs walls. Tamaki needs walls, and they got rid of a lot of his comboing options that don't involve walls. They got rid of his loops, and I don't think they should have done that because I feel like he should have been able to keep them so he could have some damage without needing a wall, without needing a wall. So Tamaki's a combo character. I don't think of him as a very good one, but he is a combo character. Next is Nejire. She is pure unadulterating zoning. She has options to go aggressive with her TQ2, but overall she's really just going to hit you with a bunch of projectiles, dodge out of the way, and then fire more. It's a very simple game plan, and it is very simple to master. Just jump, fly up in the air, fire your Cork 1, dodge, fire your Cork 1 a little bit, charge Cork 1 if you need it, and then fire that to do a little bit of a combo, then go back to zoning again. That's how most zoners work in this game. But yeah. Mirio, defensive anti-zoner. Basically, the whole game plan is basically force your opponent to have a gap in their block string, call assist, force them to challenge the assist with another assist, or block it, make them use an option, basically read them for whatever they do. Tiltquirk 1, if they're zoning a lot, it's not a great anti-zoning tool, but it can be used. Your biggest thing is that fighting Mirio is very tough when you do not have the health lead, because if you have the health lead, Mirio can kind of just run you out. And even if you do have the health lead, you can plus Soldier 1 and then destroy your health bar in 3 taps, and that's where most of the bulk of his damage comes from. So he's more of a defensive character. You play Mirio relatively campy, right? You play him relatively campy and only capitalize off of punishes you can with your Quirk 1, but other than that, that's basically just what you do. This is a crackhead, bro. Crackhead, absolute crackhead rushdown, bro. Crackhead rushdown. He has good pressure simply because of the fact that his moveset is malleable and he can move very quickly, move-wise. He has whiff cancels out the ass. He can roll after his jab. His Q2 is one of the best defensive moves in the entire game, and he has damage for days, right? He is pure rushdown, right? You don't have to worry about shit as long as you're far enough away from your opponent when you do whiff, so that way you can whiff cancel. Shoot style is just crack. You just basically play up in your opponent's face, call your assist if you need to. He is very meter hungry because if you have to engage in pressure, he's very meter hungry when he needs it. But other than that, he doesn't really need assist for damage. He needs assist for pressure, essentially. And his Q2 is busted as shit. Overhaul is a zoner, but he does it in a very different way than Nejire does it. He kind of forces you to move around constantly with his JTQ2 or JTQ1 and then his TQ1 on the ground, where he stabs those spikes up out of the ground. It's a very round space control type of thing, but he can also play very offensively, which is why I almost want to call him an all-rounder, but I feel like his zoning is a lot more precedented in his moveset than his actual non-zoning side, because the only non-zoning moves he has, or non-moves that don't help him with zoning, are his Q2, I believe. Yeah, it's the only move that doesn't really help him with zoning, and besides that, he has a JQ1, which just ends combos for him, so I'm not really counting that as much of a tool, really. It's just a really much of a combo ender or combo extender. But yeah, he does have very, very aggressive moves, and he can play aggressive, but he's mostly playing defensive. Oh, shit. Alright, Rappa, brawler, absolute brawler. Basically, run around, jump, challenge shit with J or challenge shit with your jump attack, and then once you hit someone with jump attack, take half of their life bar. It's that simple. His game plan is basically get up in your opponent's face, never leave it, and then you do leave it, then you die. He is the biggest brawler in this entire game. I don't think there's a single brawler that brawls more than he does, and he has one of the best J's in the game, if not the best in my opinion. So let's go on to the next one. Shit, I fucked up again. V2, basically does everything overall does but worse. He can play offensively, but it sucks. He can play defensively, but it sucks. The only good move that he has is his JQ2, or JQ2 in neutral. Like, that's the only good move he has. He cannot play offensively, nor can he play defensively, but he can do it badly, right? He can just do it badly. Basically, what I'm saying is that if you're going to play overhaul, just play regular overhaul. Denki, he's an install character. He's a space control install character. Basically, just fire Q1, control space, and then charge up your Q2. And then whenever you see anyone do anything, do tilt quirk 2. It's that simple. When you burn out, make sure to have a good assist. Most of the time when you're playing Denki, you'll run CU assist or Kirishima. So use one of those two. It'll save your ass like a lot of times. So make sure to save your assist. But other than that, he's a space control install character. Suyu is a gimmick character. Suyu doesn't really stand in one defined term. She basically has a bit of everything, but she's bad. She can kind of zone with her Q1, but it has a hitbox. She has invincibility, but it's not really that good. Not really. She has damage and she has combos, but there are other characters that can do that way better than her. She's just literally one big gimmick. Like, that's her entire character. She's just one big gimmick. Todoroki, he is a space control character. Now, you would say he's a zoner, but I feel like it is more accurate to call him a space control character. Now, what I'm saying is that his ice slide and his ice like his quirk 2, they're more used to control space than they are to zone you. A lot of Todorokis use it to zone you, but what they should really be doing is cutting off angles so that way they can throw fireballs at you better. But that's essentially how he works. His combos and damage are alright, and that's essentially how he works. Bakugo, an all-rounder. He's a Swiss Army knife if every single attachment on the Swiss Army knife had a shotgun attached to it. Essentially, you can play any type of way that you want. You can play aggressive with Bakugo, you can play defensive with Bakugo. Some niggas will say he's a zoner. He is not a zoner. Oh boy, he is not a zoner. Don't play him like a zoner. I mean, you can in certain matchups. You probably should play him like a zoner. Like, if you're fighting against Rappa, I'd recommend you play him like a zoner, because I don't think you're challenging half the shit he does unless you're playing him like a zoner. But he can basically play in every single matchup and just do shit. But yeah, that's basically him. BS Shiggy, he is a set play character. Essentially knock someone down, throw Q1, wait for them to fuck up, and then punish them again. Just do it over and over and over again until they die. His normals are rather fast. He has a bunch of decay on his moves, so he do extra damage than you should normally do. His Q2 stats are really dangerous. His Q2 can basically stop any assists and distracts, because if they're not like flying directly down towards you, if they go directly to you, they get hit by the quirk 2. So you essentially have to just eat that. A lot of pressure you just have to eat, because he can block your guard cancel, punish you for it. Other than that, he's just a set play character. Coach Shig, he is a combo character. He's essentially Tamaki, but better, but he's still ass. Just one big combo character. He doesn't really have much set play. He doesn't have Oki. That's just kind of what he does. All for one zoner. Essentially just there to annoy you. Use TQ2 to kind of like track someone from 50 miles away. His yellow is really good like when you're forcing someone to move around because they're afraid of your zoning and they're afraid of your ground TQ2 or TQ1, his teleport move. But that's essentially how that works. Jiro is an all-rounder, but she sucks. She can do basically just about anything. She can play defensively or play offensively, but she kind of sucks, so you should play any other character. That's essentially it. She has loop. She can zone, I guess. She can do combos, I guess, but you're better off playing any other character. Momo is a gimmick character. Momo is essentially just no, let me rephrase that. She is a resource character. Essentially, you build up all of your shit, you build up all of your resources, and then you go to town. She's relatively complex combo wise, but once you get that down, she's a very strong character with very insane neutral with the fucking Russian dolls and the laser beam. So that's essentially how you play him. Kirishima, he is a brawler. He's like Rappa, but he's faster, but he does less damage. I mean, he still does a lot of damage, but he just does less damage on average, considering like his combos are longer. But yeah, essentially you scrub stomp with your armor, pressure them with your armor, force them to make mistakes. If they use a yellow, just use TA. But other than that, that's basically how you do it. Uraraka is a mistake. Twice is a clone character. Twice is a puppet character, essentially. Basically what he does is that he just does his gimmick. You do a combo, you do quirk 2, you kick them away, you break it, and then, like, you set up your puppet, and then you pressure them, or you do some crazy-ass combo that will essentially, kill them in like a single 2 or 3 hits. The thing is that Twice actually has to get in, and it might actually be hard for him to get in. So like, that's how he basically works. Toga is a gimmick. Toga is a gimmicky zoner. Essentially, what you do is that you throw out needles until they hit, and then once they hit, you win for like 5 seconds, and then you do it again for the rest of the match. But if you want a bit more of an elaborate explanation, you basically zone, piss them off so much that they start doing something stupid, and then you fire your heat-seeking needles into them, and then win for 5 seconds, take their assists, and then they can't hit you because every time you hit them, or they hit you, you call your assist, and then they take damage. And since a lot of people are running, Kirishima nowadays, you're essentially taking like fucking 10k damage whenever you get hit by her, since she's probably running Kiri too. Stain is a combo character. He's a rushdown. I guess you can call him rushdown. You can also call him a combo character, but I'll call him a rushdown for this section, I guess. Basically, throw your knives, hit them with the sparkly knife, dash over to them, and then you just play your pressure, and it's not necessarily hard for them to escape it, but Stain does do damage. He does do a lot of damage. Tokoyami is he's a puppet character, but his puppet doesn't really act like much of a puppet, I guess. Like, it's more like attached to him. Like, I don't know really an example. I guess he's just more like Zato Eddie, so I guess he is just genuinely a puppet character. So yeah, basically, call Dark Shadow, bully them with Dark Shadow normals, try not to get Dark Shadow killed while you're throwing him out, and essentially how you play him. Mineta is a zoner. You throw your sticky balls, Ayo, pause, and then you just stick them over and over and over again, make them slow, and then throw some more because they can barely dodge it since they're slow. But that's essentially how you play Mineta. Mina, she is also a zoner, but she's not as hard of a zoner as someone like Overhaul is. Basically just throw acid everywhere, and then you can like hit them with, you can basically hit them with your acid wall. If you're a bitch, you can acid wall camp. But other than that, she's essentially just more of a defensive zoner. Ida, rush down, just hit them. Like, trust me, you're not getting punished if you mash roll enough. Just hit them. It's not that hard. Just hit them, hit Recipro Burst, you become level 7 Gohan, and then you win for 5 seconds. Or you win until you get hit. Compress is a combo character. I mean, he's more of like he can control space, so I guess we can call him a space controlling combo character. Essentially, throw out a bunch of your balls and orbs and shit, Ayo, pause, and then like just force them to get hit by something, and then put them in a combo that'll last 30 fucking minutes. That's essentially how he works. Dobby is a trap zoner. Throw up TQ1 in the air constantly. Spam ground yellow, so that way you have a flame pillar that you can basically out priority everything with, and then throw out your Q2 randomly until it hits, and then dash cancel off of it to get a combo. Muscular is an install character. Just charge muscles until you're not the worst character in the game, and then just go to town until you don't have muscles, and then you do it over and over and over again. He's not really that good. He barely got pressure. I don't think he's really that good at all. I don't think you'll ever really see much of a good muscular player unless you find the two that are actually good with him. 100% is bad, but besides being bad, he is also a combo-ish character. He's an all-rounder, but he's bad at all-rounding. Ironically, the next character after him is the way better all-rounder. And essentially what you do is you throw your shitty-ass projectiles, fully charged shitty-ass projectiles that lose to everything. and you try to force them to make a mistake, and then when you hit them, they explode, or your jab does it, or your jab whiffs. Either or. Um, Base Deku, basically an all-rounder, essentially an all-rounder, like basically if Ryu said, fuck this Shotokan shit and pulled out a gun, that's essentially what Base Deku is. You basically just play whatever the hell you want. You can play aggressively, you can play defensively, it doesn't really matter. If they jump at you or try to do anything to you, you can whiff cancel into TQ1 or TQ2 or oh hell, TQ1. Doesn't really matter. And then you just do 9k to them because you're base Deku, and every single combo you do does like 8k. If you're like staring at a wall, jerking off in the corner. Gran Torino, mega combo character. That's all he does. Like you get hit by Gran Torino once you're losing half of your health. Or not even half, like 60%. Um, All Might is an all-rounder, except the all-rounder is way more fucking annoying. He can essentially do anything. He can play wherever he wants. He's so fast, no one can barely ever catch him. And you can just throw out your projectiles that you can combo into without a dash cancel, by the way. And just do like 14k for free. Or if you want to do a loop, you can take like 24k, but I doubt it's going to last that long. Inasa is a space control zoner. Essentially, throw out your tornado and then press JQ2. Trust me, it always works. Just throw JQ2 and you win. Essentially, throw JQ2, throw out an assist, and then throw out tornado. That's your entire game plan. Cammy is a combo character, but she sucks. Her combos are super long, so I doubt it'll ever get the time to actually like do anything with them. Right? You'll never really get the chance to do anything with them. She has counters, but they're not really that good. Her mist is okay. Like you can't block with it, but other than that, she's not really that good of a character, but she is a combo character. Seiji is a pressure character. Essentially, build up your fingers and then just like start throwing them at people. Trust me, no one just guards those fingers. You can't. Essentially, you just can't, because the Seiji can mix up the timing of the fingers or just throw more of them or get more of them. Like, Seiji is just pressure incarnate. The only way you can really get out of his shit is the guard cancel it. Hawks is an all-rounder, but he can play more aggressively, I guess, considering like he can approach you with feathers and then he gets like free pressure. It's not really hard to play him, and it's not really like very stressful or mind intensive. Just throw TQ1 and then dash towards them. No one's going to be able to challenge you in the air because you're fucking Hawks, and you have the best air mobility in the entire game. So that's essentially how that one works. Aizawa is a gimmick character. Essentially, just take their quirk, beat them up some more, and then take their quirk again. He has damage. He can't play combo. He can combo, right? But he is more suited to actually taking quirk away because that is a massive part of a lot of characters' game plans. And there's not really ever a character in this entire game that doesn't need their quirks unless they have an actual loop. Endeavor, zoning. He's zoning and TA. Just do zoning and TA basically. Just jump up at them, do TA. If you're in neutral, throw out Q1 and then throw your spear. If you ever see them doing anything out of neutral, you can throw your plus ultra 1 and do like 5k or 8k to them. Night Eye is a zoner. He's not like the hardest zoner ever. He throws stamps. He can still do damage and he can counter you with his eye counter. But that's basically it. He throws stamps, and then whenever you see him not throwing stamps, he's probably going to hit you really hard. Just depends. He can also Sacred Tech you, but only legendary Night Eye players know how to do that. Facum's a brawler because he is so fucking slow that you'll never be able to get your game plan out unless you're actually asleep at the wheel. He has a counter that you should probably use a lot, but it's bad, so you probably shouldn't use it at all sometimes. Basically, hold down counter, get hit, then hit them with your counter, and then try as fast as possible to turn into Slim Gum. Facum has some advantages. He has a lot of damage, a lot of damage. His Pulse Ultra 1 hits so fucking hard. And then, essentially that's how that works. A Gang Orca, Space Control. Gang Orca is the best space control character in this entire game. I believe he's not the best character in the game, but he's the best space control character. Throw out your charged sound waves and then just force them to block everything, and then just hit red. That's it. And if they ever come close to you, you do TQ1, and then everything goes back to neutral again. And then you do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until they die or they rage quit. His sound waves stun, and his sound waves provide a lot of block stun on block. So that's really cool, I guess. I guess Viking just loves space control characters, because who thought this was a good idea? Nomu, he is a set play. I mean, depending on how you play him, he's either just a basic rushdown or he's a set play character. I'll describe how you play rushdown with him. You essentially run at your opponent, hit Q1, and then just do that over and over again. Or if you want to play set play, do the same thing you did with rushdown, except when you knock them down with yellow. Wait for them to recover, and then hit them with Q1. They either don't just guard it and die, they just guard it and you die, or you throw out a red, they hit you, or you hit them, or you throw out a red and they dodge and then you die. And it's basically just a mix-up, and you get a lot of reward out of it. I have taken games off of doing this 4 times. Tetsu, Brawler. He is okay at what he does. He's essentially just worse Kirishima at basically everything. Just run up, hit shit. In neutral, do TQ2, so that way you're not like basically left in dust by everything. When you go into steal mode, you better be next to your opponent when you do that, nigga. Trust me, if you are not using steal mode next to your opponent, you're not going to have the chance to play. Because you wanna know what's gonna happen? They're gonna run away, and you're just gonna get camped, and you're not gonna like that. Kendo, all-rounder. She can do basically just about everything. She can't play defensively all too well, but she can basically do everything. She has damage. She can play neutral. She isn't terrible at it. I wouldn't say she's necessarily a rush down, but like she can play rush down, since if her her fist grab red was actually better, then yeah, she'd probably be a rush down. But her finger flick red, that one that she normally is pretty good. So she's more rush down than actual all-rounder, but yeah. Shinzo, set play character, set play gimmick character, set play kind of Oki character, you know. Knock them down, do Oki, throw out assist, hit them, stun them, do it again. He can play neutral with his Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, move. But other than that, he's essentially just do slightly above average damage, and then knock them down, and then do slightly above average damage again. Mei is a zoner. She is just a zoner. She throws barrels at you. You have to jump, and then you jump into her Ys, and then you get hit, and then you take like how much amount of damage Mei wants to do to you at that very moment. And then she throws her more barrels. You get hit, then you die. Her yellow is broken as shit. That's essentially how you play Mei, for anyone who doesn't know. Gentle, combo character. He does so much damage if you know how to actually combo with him. But other than that, he can anti-zone with his reflector mirrors and shit. But other than that, that's essentially how he works. Aoyama, he can do a little bit of everything, basic all-rounder. Just throw out your belly button lasers. Don't run out, though. He can combo, and he does do a lot of damage. Mike, Mike is a combo character. J-A, 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 J-A. Kurogiri, combo character, J-A, 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 but more than that, you can actually just kind of force your opponent to do stupid shit, throw out projectiles, teleport them directly to you, and then J-A, 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 yada, yada, yada. Midnight, defensive character, essentially, you're not having fun. She throws fans at you, you cannot block them, and if you do, you'll eventually go to sleep, and then she'll hit you, and then you'll do it again. You cannot approach her, because she has shoot styles, Q2, fucking Q2 whenever she wants, because she has TQ2. I'm pretty sure it's TQ2. Actually, no, I think it's just regular Q2. I don't know, but also she has one of the best air moves in the game with her JQ1, okay, Viking, and then she has basically bootleggy NASA wind disc, but you know it puts you to sleep, and it's not as fast. So she is a very heavy defensive character. I wouldn't call her a zoner because she doesn't really have projectiles like that, but she's not meant to keep you away. She's meant to kind of like turtle. And that's essentially kind of how to play every single character in the entire game. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want me to do more intensive overviews of every single character, I will. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.